So we just find y-intercept first again. That means when x equal to 0. So that is y is equal to 0 minus 2 is negative 2. And 0 plus 1 is 1. And 0 minus 1 is negative 1. And it's square. So that will give me minus 2 times 1 times 1. So this is negative 2. There you go. Otherwise, just use your calculator, right? And we need to find x-intercept. X-intercepts means when y is equal to 0. So when y equals 0, we just solve the equations. So that is x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 1 square is equal to 0. So that is x equal to 2 and x equal negative 1 and x equal, because negative 1 square, we solve that one, that give me 1. So that's it. And do not forget, so at x equal to 1, this is the turning point because is x minus 1 square. So please take note on this, okay? So now I just sketch it. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. And the x-intercepts are negative 1, 1, and 2. And don't forget, at 1 is the turning point, okay? And the y-intercept is negative 2. So it's here. So the graph either go like this and turning point and go down. But then the y-intercept is at negative 2. So therefore have to be the other way. So the graph is start from here. It's either turn like this and go up, or it could go like this as well, all the way up and then turn. So we're not sure because we don't know whether it turned at y-intercept or not. A rough sketch, okay? So I just do again. So it go like this roughly and turn at 1. There you go. So this is y equal to x minus 2, x plus 1, and x minus 1 all square. There you go. Next one. So this one here, exactly the same manner. So we find x-intercept, y-intercept, and then just follow the same process, okay? So y-intercept, that is when x is equal to 0. So when x equals 0, so y is equal to negative. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. And 0 times 2 is 0. So that becomes 5. And 0 minus 2 is negative 2. 0 plus 1 is 1. And now we just times them together. So 3 negative together. So that becomes a negative. And then 1 times 5 times 2 times 1, which is 10. So that is negative 10. Now the x-intercept, so x-intercepts, that means when y is equal to 0. So I just write this down first. So negative x minus 1, 2x plus 5, x minus 2, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then if I times a negative number, so this becomes positive. So x minus 1, 2x plus 5, x minus 2, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Because 0 times a negative number still a 0, right? So to solve this, so we know that is x equal to 1. And then 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. I just do it on here, okay? So that means 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. I move this on the side. 2x equal to negative 5. Dividing by 2. So negative 2.5 or 2.5 if you like. So therefore x equal negative 2.5, and x is equal to 2, and x equal to negative 1. There you go. This is the x-intercept. So this is y, this is x. So the x-intercept is 1, negative, and negative 2.5. So 2.5 here, negative 2.5, and then 2, 1, 2 here, and then 1. And the y-intercept is negative 10. So right below here roughly, okay? So negative 10 is roughly here, okay? So negative 10. Then to sketch this, so it's either go like this, or it can go like this. But then the y-intercept is at negative 10, so it's impossible to be like this. So otherwise, okay? So we just go, and we start from the bottom. So we go up and roughly, and we turn, okay? And it doesn't matter how far up or low, but draws to make the graph look so nice, okay? So just remember that for me. So we go down, and the turning point should be right on the y-intercept, because the x-intercept between negative 1 and 1, okay? So the turning point normally is in between, right? So just roughly, okay? So but we just go down like this. So we go like this. So there you go. So let me write this down, okay? So this is y is equal to negative x minus 1, 2x plus 5, x minus 2, x plus 1. So this is it. Now, please pause the video and try this one yourself. Right, let me go through this question with you to see whether you got it correct or not, all right? So the first one, y-intercept. So that means when x is equal to 0, so y must equal to negative 1 and negative 3 and times 2. So 2 negative times together give you a positive. So 2 times 3 is 6. Times 1 is 6 as well. So it's 6. And then the x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So that is x is equal to 1, x is equal to 3, and x is equal to negative 2. So that's all you need to do for now. So I can just put in a graph. So this is y axis, x. So now the x-intercept is 1. Just roughly here 1, 3, here roughly, and then negative 2. And the y-intercept is 6. So 6 up there somewhere. And if you ignore the constant, that will give me x times x times x. So that becomes x to the power of 3. So the graph is start from the bottom up. Okay, so x power 3, remember that? So we just go this way roughly. So this is 6, and that's it. So y is equal to x minus 1, x minus 3, x plus 2. This is it. I hope you got it correct. Now second one. So let me write y-intercept first. That means when x is equal to 0. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2 lots of 1 square, and then 2 and negative 1. So that becomes negative 4. And the x-intercept means when y equals 0. So that will give me 2 x plus 1 square. And if we divide by 2 on both sides, so these 2 is still can be cancelled out, and then 0 divided by 2 is still 0, right? So therefore, x equal -1, x equal -2, and x equal 1. And please don't forget, when x equal -1, this is the turning point because x plus 1 to the power of 2. So there is a turning point there. So just let me draw the graph first. So this is y, this is x. So the x-intercept is -1, -2, and 1. And the y-intercept is -4, so roughly here somewhere. And don't forget, so if you ignore the constant, so that will give me x squared, this is, and then times by x, and then times by x again. So that becomes x to the power 4. So therefore, the graph is like this, x to the power 4. So therefore, this graph is start from the top, it go down, okay? And then go up. So we start here, roughly, we go down and go up again because turning point at x equal -1, and go down. So we go down, hit the -4 and turn up and hit this 1 here. So this is 1. So this is y is equal to 2, x plus 1, square of course, x plus 2, x minus 1. And I hope you got it correct. Second last one. So y-intercept, that means x is 0. So that means y equals 0 when x equal to 0. So that means when y, you can write fx equals 0. So you can write fx 0 or y equals 0, doesn't really matter, okay? And then x-intercept, that means when y equals 0 or fx equal to 0. This is just to help you to work out the x-intercept, that's all it is. So therefore, -x, x plus 2, x minus 1 all square equals 0. So this means that -x equals 0, that means x equals 0. And x equal to -2. And x equal to 1. And again, please take note, this is x minus 1 all square. So that is a turning point at x equal to 1. This one here, okay? So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. And -2 and 1 here. And the y-intercept is still equal to 0. So therefore, the graph either go like this, or it could go like this. Okay? So to work it out, we just ignore the number inside the bracket, yeah? So that becomes -x, and then times by x, and times by x squared. So that will give me x to the power 4, but negative, okay? Now, remember, x to the power 4, the graph is like this. -x to the power 4 is from the bottom up. So therefore, this graph, it starts from the bottom, it go up, and then it go to the y-intercept at 0. So therefore, the turning point, it should be roughly between -0. So the turning point should be roughly at -1. Okay, the graph go a bit nicer. That's all. It doesn't matter roughly where it is, because we need to find a turning point later on. Okay, so at the moment, we just do a rough sketch. So we go up and roughly. Okay, so we go back and turn. Don't forget, there is a turning point at 1. I'll redo this again. It doesn't look too good. So turning point at 1. So we just go up and turn back. roughly. There you go. So y is equal to negative x, x plus 2, x minus 1 square. Now last one. So again, we need to find the y-intercept first. So y-intercept, that means when x is 0, we just write y-intercept. So when x is 0, so that means p of 0 is equal to 0. Agree? Because 0 power 3 is 0. 0 times any number is give me 0 anyway. So we can write y-intercept equals 0. Then we need to find the x-intercept. Now to find the x-intercept, remember y must be equal to 0. In another word, p of x equal to 0 if you like. So just write x-intercept. So that means y equals 0. Or you can write px equal to 0. Doesn't really matter, okay? This is to help you to find the x-intercept. That's all. So that means x to the power 3. So that means x equal to 0, x equal to 2, x equal to negative 1. And please take note on this. So we know that x to the power 3, when x is 0, so this is the point of inflections at x is equal to 0. And another one is you need to know is this one here, because this is power of 2. So therefore, this is the turning point. So there is a turning point at x equal to -1 and a point of inflection at x is equal to 0. So this is x-axis and y-axis. So we have x-intercepts at 0, 2 and -1. So let me write -1 here, 0 and 2 here. And the y-intercept is also 0. So to graph this, so first of all, if we ignore -2 and 1 on p of x, that is, this will become x to the power 3, and then become x here and x squared. So if we time them together, so that will give me x to the power 6. There you go. So x to the power of 6 is the graph going like this, okay? Just a lot steeper, that's all. It's similar x squared, but it's just a lot steeper, okay, after 1. So the graph is going down like this, and then we turn and we come back at 0, and that at that point is the point inflections. So we're going up. So we start from the top here, and it's turning, and we're going back roughly, and going down, and we're going to turn up. There you go. So this is y is equal to x to the power 3, x minus 2, and x plus 1 power of 2. This is it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.